All right, guys, welcome back into Above Ground World News Live. We got tons of information to get into. Welcome back. We are live. Welcome to the most smartest people on the planet, the most weather-wise people on the planet right here, the YouTube family. We tell the weather like it is. And man, we're looking at the floods in Iran. And what's crazy is a company that I covered a while back are actually admitting to steering the atmospheric river that caused this flood. But we'll get into that in a minute. Let's jump into some headlines here. Let me make sure we're on the right scene. Make sure we have audio. Looks like we have audio. Yeah, okay. Just got to make sure here. They're constantly messing with us. Definitely make sure you subscribe to the backup channel. And much love everybody out there that sends us stuff through the P.O. box and the PayPals and the Super Chats. That helps keep us running. Hopefully soon I'm going to get a website going so that I can post a lot of the stuff that I can't post here on there. But anyway, let's chain the scenes. Enough of that catastrophic flooding right there. Midwest flooding hits Superfund sites, including some with radioactive material. You know, they're poisoning all the water aquifers on top of all the food crops and all the farm animals and all that. So this, I don't think people realize just how bad this is going to get. So the floodwaters have reached 8 Superfund sites in Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Because floodwaters remain high, it isn't possible for EPA's personnel to reach the sites. That may be a good thing because it seems like everywhere they go, they cause disasters. So they're going to have a need for a major environmental cleanup due to the presence of hazardous waste and toxic chemicals such as arsenic, cyanide, just a few of the poisonous chemicals. How about the ice-nucleated snow? How about the aluminum and strontium-filled snow? Hey, thanks there, Paul, Todd. Much love out there, man. It's just getting worse, man. Every day it's like I can't even cover all this stuff. All these links will be in the description. U.S. Air Force, we need $5 million to fix the weather-damaged bases. Why would you build a Air Force in a flood zone? Isn't that the first thing you look when you go buy a house to see if it's in a floodplain or not? And, you know, Hurricane Michael wiped out the other Air Force base. You know, sometimes I wonder if these were the actual real targets. We need some new stuff. Why don't you give us $5 billion so we can fix this stuff? So, man, just like I said, the links will be in. I'm not going to read any of that stuff. Here's another one on the Superfund sites have dealt with flooding since the bomb cyclone, the man-made bomb cyclone. The crazy thing is we gave a 16-day warning for that storm. So everybody should have had time to get ready, but no, the mainstream media didn't tell you what was coming until it was too late. Yeah, this one here is saying that the Conservation Chemical Corporation soil and groundwater are also contaminated with carcinogenic chemicals like benzene. Man, you got all the landfills, all the sewers, you know, all the silos that were full of grain and all that are gone. In other news, why everybody's suffering from the floods, New York County bans unvaccinated kids from public places, declares state of emergency. What? So effective midnight last night, anyone under the age of 18 and unvaccinated against the measles will be barred from public places in Rockland County until they receive the MMR vaccination. That is crazy. Or unless it expires in 30 days. This is a New York State executive law. There have been 153 confirmed reported cases of the measles. Nearly 84% of those diagnosed are young people. Well, let me get this straight. So, if you're vaccinated, you shouldn't get the measles unless the vaccinations are the ones given the measles. So why would they forcibly vaccinate people or kids when, if they don't get it? It don't even make sense to me. It's like mind-boggling. And then check this out. The police will not be asking residents for vaccination records, but the parents of those found to have violated the state of emergency will be referred to the district attorney's office and could face 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. Now, it also says measles are highly contagious, airborne virus that easily spreads through coughing and sneezing. Some people are unable to be vaccinated for medical reasons, and those people will be exempt, like the elites, like the dark side. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. If the vaccinations worked, then they shouldn't have to worry about other people that don't want to take the vaccination. But no, they want to force this crappy chemical into your kids, man. Screw that. We can shove that where the sun don't shine. Now, this come out back in September. And apocalypse-fearing billionaires are shipping bunkers to New Zealand. Well, New Zealand just got hammered. So it kind of makes me wonder if that's the reason they were the target. Maybe they're clearing the land so that these billionaires can build their bunkers, man. So their Texas-based bunker manufacturer, the 150-ton bunkers are buried 13 feet underground. The New Zealand is an enemy of no one. It's not a nuclear target. It's not a target for war. It's a place where people seek refuge. Their top-tier range bunker costs $11.5 million, including the installation fee. It'll hold 50 people, degrees of luxury, bulletproof doors, solar generating charging systems, a swimming pool, bowling lane, gun range, other luxuries. So while the zombie apocalypse is going on above ground, these guys would be down bowling. And you wonder who is really responsible for all this stuff. Anyway, links in the description. Here we go. We got food shortages. U.S. grain bins collapse under the catastrophic floods in Iowa. And thanks to everybody out there in Super Chat. Sorry I couldn't look over there in time. Much love out there. Whoever is helping us out here, much love out there. At least 5 bins have burst, destroying thousands of tons of grain. Also reported that state of Nebraska, the flooding has already caused more than $1 billion in damages. Well, they want $5 billion to fix the military base. Missouri bin collapses. We just had a wicked storm come through here in Missouri, man. It was so lightning filled. I was out in the chicken coop, man. I was almost having to dodge the lightning bolts hitting the ground and the trees. I do got a little bit of footage. I didn't get the actual lightning bolt, but man, you can hear it. And that's all because of the particles, the metal particles, the aluminum particles that are filling our skies, man. It's making them more electrified. That's pretty. I haven't looked at this article here, but highest sea level rise in U.S. are in Texas and Louisiana. How is that even possible? If the sea level is rising, it would rise all across the planet, not just in 2 states. How dumb do they think we are? All right. The Nano Mafia, nanotechnology's global network of organized crime. I read through this earlier. It's pretty, actually makes a lot of sense to me. And, so some of the main things that this nanotechnology, there's going to be like a black market for it. And, you know, they want to use this for mind control, memory deletion, torture, permanent espionage, theft of private information, extortion, sterilization, psychiatric disorder, suicide, digital slavery. All that's already going on. Anyway, if you want to read through this, I'll have the link in the description. Okay, here we go. Why the tech elite love New Zealand. You know, we kind of just went over that. And probably don't need to go over this one. It basically says the same thing. All right, so here's a weather generator program. I've played this video quite a few times when I first found this company. It's where they use weather generators. The link's in the description if you want to come watch that video. But they're repeating in a similar pattern continuous rain in the UAE, enhancing nature. So now it's not called weather warfare. It's not called hacking the planet. It's called enhancing nature. So the 27th, 28th of March 2019, rain corridor Africa. Clouds formation all the way from Africa lined up coming towards the zone of the weather generator. Heading towards the UAE, notice that regardless of the location, the cloud movement, it comes back into line. The weather generator acts like a lighthouse, guiding the clouds to come towards itself. Torch of rain, repeating again and again for the exact same location. Above the zone of the weather generator, receiving constant flow of energy from the weather generator, becoming bigger in size and activating rain clouds, covering 3 parts of the earth. These satellite images are only over the zone of our work. Nowhere around the world can you find similar cloud movement. I bet I can. Miles Research uses the same stuff. So here they are, making it rain in the desert. These are the people that just flooded out Iran. These are the people that just, however many people are killed in Iran, these are the ones responsible. I'm calling them out right now. This company has just killed people by using the weather generation. In fact, let's see what they do here. I've played this before. Magnetic technologies. Dust storm shielding, rain enhancement, fog
Weather
enhancement.
generator is based on...
Oh yeah, that's the same one that I've played over and over as soon as I found it. So right here, Iran, if anybody from Iran is listening, here's your culprit. These are the people responsible for it right here. So more, you know, David Miles does the same thing down in New Zealand or down in Australia. He has the same kind of company. Look, Brazil, rain corridors bring rain to UAE and Iran. Yeah, they brought rain. They brought you seen the footage in the beginning. That was some biblical stuff. These people are sick. You know, nobody knows about this stuff. You know, other than everybody out here that listens to this channel and any of the other channels that cover the weather warfare, these companies are here. They admit to it. You can buy a cloud ionizer for your farm. You can seed your own clouds. You can go get a chemtrail license at the Texas License Bureau. Here, I got a cough. Let me mute out for a second. All right. There we go. That's a little better. Smoke them if you got them. Everything else is killing us. Yeah. Yeah, man. So anyway, so these guys right here, links are in the description. You can check out their video. And they also have a video on YouTube of them doing it, talking about it.
rain available apart from UAE. That is because the energy receiving when once the rain clouds move into the zone of
Look, man, we got a bunch of mad scientists out here, and every bit of our weather is controlled. I don't care what anybody else says. The lying mainstream sock puppets, they're liars. They're flat out liars. We're seeing it here. We're bringing each one of these companies out one by one and showing what they're doing, why everybody's, driving around their Corvettes and turning up the whatever they listen to. This stuff is going on above our heads without our consent, and it's affecting lives. The target right now is the West Coast. The target right now is the Midwest. The target right now is the East Coast. It's over in Europe. It's down in Australia. It's down in New Zealand. There's a weather war going on everywhere. People need to learn about this stuff. Now, I don't know about this article. I think I looked at this come back in 2016. In fact, I don't even know if I'm going to go over this article because I can't remember if this was had any validity to it or not. I don't know about this website, so I'm going to hold off on that one. So while all this stuff is going on in the Midwest, there's a state of emergency. Pine Ridge Indians stranded for days by flooding. I don't even know if they got them out yet. I mean, this was a few days ago. Some residents approaching 2 weeks stranded in their homes with emergency rations, able to reach parts of the backcountry only by horse, boat, and helicopter. Pine Ridge remains in a state of shock and triage, or I think that's what that is. Wounded Knee District Secretary Babbitt Thin Elk while working on the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota. Extreme weather and bad roads had set off a humanitarian disaster that seems unlikely to get took care of. This is how they treat people in America, Native people. It's just, man, it's mind-blowing that they let this stuff go on. Then you got former trucker says he dumped tons of industrial waste in Lawrence County. So they're uncovering details regarding 3M's purchase of Lawrence County land that was used to dump as a dump site for industrial waste decades ago. They're constantly dumping stuff out in the ocean. If you haven't seen all the islands of plastic out in the ocean, it's unbelievable, man. They're just ripping the earth apart, all the fracking, all that stuff, man. This is just crazy. So the $120 billion company says industrial waste was dumped on the land in the 70s and 80s. The postcard also said 3M plans to investigate the site and do remediation work as necessary. Right. So the people who lived on the property discovered industrial waste on their land in 2017. 3M bought the land from them for $549,900 in August 2018. That's how they get away with it, man. They give you tons of money just to shut you up, get you out of there, and they keep it covered up. Well, at least here's somebody trying to uncover it. It's going on in thousands of places, not just this one place. All right, let's go ahead and shut that down. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the GOES 17. Check out this storm that formed right over the same areas: Nebraska, Kansas, Iowa, Missouri. And I tell you what, these are electrified storms. You know, I'm right down in here, and man, it was just a wicked storm. Really not a lot of wind. But yeah, we'll check and see all the places that got sprayed today. Just want to check that out. Let me go ahead and put on the next rads. We'll see what they were up to. We know they were, just like that company we just talked about. The next rads are the same thing. They're steering the storms with the chemtrails, with the cell phone towers, with the next rads, with the satellites, with the cloud ionizers, the ionospheric heaters. All right, really can't see them. I probably need to go to a different layer because they're not coming out real good there, unless they just didn't load. Maybe I didn't get it clicked good. Let me check it again here. Wow, that's weird. Maybe I didn't click it. Yeah, I must not have clicked it. All right, we'll give that a second to load. While that's loading, welcome in Bamboo, much love, Mia, Crystal, Keith from Heaven, Troy, Super Dave, Lisa, Deanna, Natural Born Rebel, Deborah, Pippin, Jonathan, Devin Carter, hey brother, Captain Guam, Jojo, Hodgepodge, Mattman, Todd, Tammy B, Holly M, Sherry, Foiled Attempt. Somebody got the Wackatroll, St. James, Jeff, Lynn, Lisa, Troy, Todd, Dusty Blue. It's in the green, so hopefully it's don't buffer very long. Becky, welcome in. St. James, Catherine, Polymer, Super Dave, Sister Gold Hair, William Bond, Don Morning, Joe Shields, Brett Flat, Brandon, Spiritually Awakened, Jan Penland, Kate K, Kelly, Walking Trail, Oscar, Raymond B. Welcome in, everybody. Much love. Hold true. Only the truth. Mama Bear. Venus. Wolf Mango. See some new names out there. Welcome into the family. West Barlett. Giesman. Sue 82. Lynette. Tammy. Nancy. Susan. Rhonda. Catherine. Rhonda. Welcome in, everybody. If I missed you, I'll get you the next time. Right on. Here we go. Let's take a look at these next rads here. What are they doing? What kind of operation are they in? Well, just like always, when the storms come, they turn the radars down. Look at that. Watch. They turn the radar down. Oh, they turn it up. They're going to push it off a little faster. Watch the rate. They're turning them off, pulsating it. I can see the chemtrails on the backside. Look, they turned all the next rads off. They want the moisture to flow that way. That's how they work. They turn them off where they want the moisture to go, and they crank it up when they want to speed it up and push it off. It's like man, there's some heavy aerosols going there. Yeah, we're definitely going to be able to see all the spraying that's going on. Got a few beams popping out. Look at that weird flashing going on. In North Carolina, South Carolina, we got some kind of weird flashing. Weird stuff going on in Texas. Got beams. Yeah, it's just like a clock. Like a time bomb. All right, let me put this on where we can see the aerosols. Yeah, we got the military radars are still going strong over there in California. Mass spraying operation all the way up from Saskatchewan, I can't say it, up in Canada, up that way, all the way down through the Dakotas, Iowa, Michigan's or Wisconsin's getting hammered. Michigan, Tennessee, Kentucky. Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of that stuff. I forgot to turn off the radar. There we go. Now I can turn on the enhancer. All right, we'll get into this here in a little bit. I'm going to let that load real good. We'll pause it, let it load. Big spraying operation over Wisconsin, Michigan, the Great Lakes. Another spraying operation over Ohio. Huge one over Kentucky, Tennessee, West Virginia. Let's take a look at it on the worldview map. Where am I at here? Oh, I was over here. Look. Israel's getting some chems right here off the coast. So for only the second time this year, they must be getting ready to get a little bit of scheduled rain. Because that's what it is. It's scheduled. Everything is scheduled. Look at the grid patterns going on in West Virginia. Mega grids. These aren't flight paths. These are weather patterns, weather grid patterns. And it looks like they're spraying all the way up the East Coast. It's already drifting out into the chem fog. Sky's loaded up. Even way up here in New Brunswick's getting sprayed. So it looks like the heaviest of the X patterns, though, is right here at West, at least the ones we can pick up. West Virginia, completely bombarded, completely waxed. And look at Michigan, complete chem fog, chemmed out. Lake Michigan, clobbered, Wisconsin. Illinois hammered, Iowa hammered. Yeah, it goes all the way up into Canada. So big major spraying operation. Wyoming, you're getting hit from two sides. Same with Colorado. Then we have this. This is the steering mechanism. This is what we just watched a company do over in the UAE. Same signature. You know, she said you won't see them cloud pass anywhere on Earth. Well, how about right here? Here they are. This is the same thing. This is being pulled up. This is a weather engineering program. And you got all the chemtrails at the end of it to prove it. And then we got more spraying operations down in the south, all over Texas, all over Mississippi, all over Arkansas, all over Missouri. Yeah, big time spraying all over the United States. I'll just kind of go through all this little. None of this is normal. That's all being pulled up. Portugal and Spain's clear. France looks pretty clear. Rare. Ireland's clear. Let's get zoomed in on here. They hardly ever get clear skies. Hopefully I can get this to load. But it pretty much looks like the UK, Ireland, all clear. Nope, there's something going on here in the north. So there's a spraying operation there in the North Sea, but Ireland's probably the clearest. I've seen it all year. You got a few sprayers out there off the coast. Enjoy your day. Most of UK is pretty clear. Then the spraying operation begins over the Netherlands, man. They're always getting hammered all the way up into Sweden. Here's our weather engineering that's going on right over the UAE, headed over to Afghanistan. And like I said, there's a spraying operation right here off the coast of Israel. Goes up into Turkey. There's all kinds of weather wars going on up here. They're all over there. The whole planet is under a weather war. It's a war against the people. Oh, wow. Is it not going to load? Now the stream's starting to suck. All right. Why were they blocking us here? How come they ain't loading? There we go. Got at least a little bit loaded. I should have checked the Miles Research Company to see what they were doing. You know, these people shouldn't be messing with the weather, man. You can call it rain enhancement. You can call it whatever you want, but you shouldn't be doing it. Nobody has the authority to change the weather. Yeah, this stuff just isn't loading. All right, yeah. What was that question? Yeah, Guam looks pretty good. I mean, you're pretty much in the clear. I just can't get this thing really to load. It's trying to load, but hell, you give us the weather report from there, Captain Guam. You're out there. I got to sit here and try to dig around and make sure that the island's out there. It's always hidden. It's like one of the hardest places to find. Like right now, it's not even showing up. Yeah, it's weird. Like some days I just can't find it. See, look, it's not even showing up on the map. You got Hawaii there, but no Guam. Guam should be right in here. It's not there. There it is. Look, it just popped up. Yep, you guys are crystal blue. Looks like we'll let that load up. You could have a couple sprayers there in the mid-islands. Yeah, they're slow killing us, all right. Every one of us. You know, they want to slow kill us so they can drain us for everything we got. And use us as slave labor. I mean, that's what I feel like every day I go to work. I'm just a slave. I'm a corporate ridiculous. Thanks there. Spiritual awaked. All right, we're probably done with this map. Let's go ahead and check the Earth null real quick. Now, I need to do some computer maintenance some night this weekend, so I don't know if I got to try to swap over to this other computer, and so I may try to get time to do that this weekend, and we'll just have to see how it goes. All right, so that's all looking okay. Let's go ahead and check the temperature while we're up here. Still rapid heating both sides. They're trying to bring that cold air back in on us. Let me click forward. Where's this cold air headed? They're trying to shrink it up. Look at that. They're like compressing it. They're compressing it from both sides. Some's going to go down here in the United States. The other part's going to go over towards Europe. Wow, look at it shrink down. That's as far as I can go, but hey, that's pretty crazy right there. Just for the heck of it, let me check the pressures. See, there's no really pressure's lining up with that event. So what are they doing? All right, I'm going to go ahead and check the jet stream. Oops, I hit the wrong one. Make sure I'm on the right day. So the jet stream's actually looking pretty back to normal as far as wind speed, except for right here over Japan. That is just cruising right there. That still has some of the polar vortex velocity to it. Go on down, check the vortice layer. All right, so better check the ocean waves. That's right where that cyclone is. So it looks like we're pretty good on that. Let me go ahead and fast forward it just to make sure nothing's going to pop off. Take them off for a minute there. Wow, it actually looks like the whole ocean's pretty damn quiet. Stream's kind of running a little funky. Here comes a little disturbance here on the first. All right, so that's all we're really looking at right now. Okay, so we're not too bad there. Let's check the sea surface temperatures. I'm not seeing no El Nino. Where is it at? It's not there. Let's check the anomalies. Still weak. It's not even an El Nino. This is more like an El Nino looking thing here. Yeah, I just don't know where they're getting this El Nino year. Like, let's go back to 2016 and compare it. And that was a weak El Nino. Let's click apply. Yeah, see, now this is really a weak El Nino, but 2016 was an El Nino year. You can see all the heating, you know, pretty good area. Not really that bad. It was pretty cool over here, though. Now, when we go back to now, it actually looks cold, man. There's no El Nino forming there. Now, this is kind of looking like something, but it's just a weird spot right there. The ocean actually looks pretty damn cool as far as the anomalies go. So let's go ahead and check the carbon monoxide at the surface. Right where all the chemtrails are, that's where we got the highest concentration of the carbon monoxide. So wow, that stuff is really drifting up north. Got a little volcanic activity going there. I mean, even India and China is actually way down, so that's pretty good. I mean, that looks like crap, but it could be worse. Seen it worse. Seen it way worse. No blue. Maybe a little, just a couple little touches of blue right where the heavy aerosols are being deployed. Man, it's really looking bad on this map, though, as far as the concentration. Hey, thanks, they're born to eat toast. Much love out there. That definitely helps keep us running. All right, let's check the particulates. It's like the whole dust storm, you know, all the Saharan dust that was just getting blasted over. It's like it's almost gone. Like, I've never even seen it this weak looking. Like, it's always like really bad, and now it's not. Wow, look at all that. A lot of spot fires going on. A lot of people are burning their lots off. Hell, that could be me right in there somewhere. I've been burning the last couple days. Wow, I got a little bit of activity up in the BC area. So the particulate map doesn't look very good. at all. Hey, thanks there, Rhonda. Much love out there. You know, I heard we were supposed to get some solar flare or something, but it really didn't turn out to a whole lot that I can tell. I guess we could check it if I can get it to load. Let me see if I can get this to load. This might not be the right one. Give it a try. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. We find companies that are openly, bragging about steering the atmospheric rivers, and then lies about it like constantly, man. Earthquake warning 8 out of 10. So we're still in a high level for earthquakes. So electron flux. Yeah, everything seems not that bad. Looks like we might have had a little bit of a solar flare. Oh yeah, let's see what we get blasted with here. Yeah, that looked like a pretty big blast. Right there. Wow, that was like a direct hit. So on the 27th is a KP5. Okay, let me get out of that, hopefully. Oh, dang, man. Accidentally hit back instead of the X button. Yeah, stream looks like it's running really good tonight, man. That's crazy. So it looks like we did get hit with something pretty good there. That's pretty strong. Wind speed. Yeah, so you're not seeing nothing blasting off there. Couple dips in the X-ray flux. Hey, thanks there, Super Dave. Now that's starting to spike up a little bit. The solar flare activity, you got a little spike. No surface charging. Basically no geomagnetic activity. So yeah, man, that's weird. It looks like we got hit with something, but you can hardly even see it. There was our little spike. And this is only showing, that the dates must be wrong on that. Solar wind, pretty low. Even with this little bit of a spike, it's still really low. Been a pretty good dip in the Van Allen electron flux belt. Yeah, see, the solar wind speed only went up to, around 560. I don't even think that's right. I don't think it's that high. Some of these are a little bit like you got to check the dates on them because they're some of them aren't updating. Man, that really dropped down to nothing. So the global real-time ionosphere is just, this used to be really dark red. It's just nothing now. Must be the guys up there at the Hart facility. Yeah, see, there's some funky stuff there on the Schumann resonance. The heartbeat of the Earth. All right, we're done with that. Excuse me. All right, let's see what we got on here. We'll zoom in. Some of the wicked aerosols, because I know there's a bunch of them going on. Just trying to let it kind of cycle through here. You know, they're doing a lot more nighttime spraying. You know, you always got your morning sprays, your evening sprays, but man, they're really spraying into the night. All right, there's where I want to go look. I want to go take a look at Michigan. Let's take a look at the Northeast here. All right, see if we can get this thing to run. Oh yeah, definitely super heavy spraying going on over Wisconsin, and the aerosols carried right on over into Michigan, up into Canada, Ontario. You know, and then tons down there in West Virginia. I'll zoom in a little bit better on that so we can just see the aerosol dispersions. This is weather control in action. It's not water vapor. Oh, I caught the stealth bomber flying over when I was driving. Wonder if I put it on the computer yet. Let me look. I was going to put it on here. I may have it on here. We may try to load it here in a second. Yeah, Michigan's getting popped. So is Wisconsin. Yeah, so here we are. Let me slow that down a little bit. So you got Michigan right here. Let me back it up. So the aerosols began in the nighttime. I mean, heavy, thick, super thick aerosols, and they continued over Minnesota. They were starting to spray in Canada, all over Michigan. So yeah, that's a big time spray right there. Look at that, super grids. Whoa, look at that outflow down there coming out of Missouri or out of Iowa there. There's right where the heavy, another grid pattern is. And you can just see this outflow of that powerful storm. All right, let's go down south a little bit. All right, let's see if this thing will load for us. Oh, wow. Look at Missouri, Iowa, Oklahoma. Look at this spraying operation. That's all over Missouri. Look at Arkansas. The whole state is covered with trails. Real bad over Oklahoma, Texas. Man, complete fabrication, synthetic clouds. And it turned into a powerful weather system, more electrified. The storms follow the heavy metals. That's the other, you know, using the heavy metals to help steer and create the clouds, and they use the NexRads to help steer. It's like a fine-tuned clock or something. Let's just kind of square up here on Oklahoma, see what it looked like. Yeah, we got another snow, man. I'm telling you, the snow's not over. In the Long Ranger from Sunday, it looked like we had 2 more snow events. So winter is not over. Holy crap. Yeah, look at Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas, Mississippi, all getting bombarded. Here's the storms that blew up right out ahead of the sprays. That's a weather weapon right there. Luckily, it wasn't tornadic. I didn't get any hail or nothing, but man, the lightning was intense. And we will take a quick look at the forecast models just real quick before we go. Wow, look at that spraying over Louisiana, all over Texas. Super grids, the whole state of Louisiana, the whole state of Arkansas, most of Texas, all of Oklahoma. Super spray. So let's just take a real quick look at the seat, make sure we don't have nothing crazy. I don't remember what all was in the forecast from Sunday. All right, let's just kind of zoom up here a couple days. So yeah, more rain for this weekend. This is going into the 30th. Snow for South Dakota, Nebraska. Don't look real heavy right now. Look at the snow up in the Northeast. So everywhere we're seeing the aerosols today is where all this is going. Look, exact same areas. So the super heavy spraying, that's the line of the sprays. You know, storms shouldn't run in a straight line that far. I mean, that's manipulated for sure. Look at that. They just blanket the whole coast from Mexico all the way up to Canada. One giant line. That's not natural. Looks like some severe storms heading into April 1st for Florida. And hopefully that thing gets strong after it goes by Florida. In the meantime, Washington, Oregon, still getting flooded, but they're in a fire risk. They've been getting flooded all winter, but they say they're in a high fire danger. How's that even possible? It's not. Here's the next snow event. Wow, we got more severe weather headed right for Paradise, California. All right. All right, guys. Well, I think we're going to call this a show. I want to thank everybody out there in the super chat. Much love. Thanks to everybody that sends me information. Thanks to everybody that shares and gets this information out. This is vital information, man. All this stuff that we're documenting and all these articles that we go over, you know, is going to help a lot of people hopefully wake up before it's too late. Anyway, thanks, mods. Thanks, everybody out there. Much love. God willing, we'll be back tomorrow. Turn it up. Let's rock out. I'll come join you in the chat for a minute. Let's rise. Here we go. Let's rise.